And we're back. Yes, nothing like a nice 30-minute game to shake the dew off the lily, as it were. Gotta shake that rust off. Okay, moving on to the second set on Bloody Rage between Ssak again and a player named Deer, who I know absolutely nothing about. So this should be great. Except down at the 8 o'clock position in blue is Deer. Deer what? Deer Ssak. Up at the 2 o'clock position in yellow is Sacky McSackerson. Nope, still not old. But yeah, I don't know anything about Deer. I think he has about 4 or 5 games under his belt, so I guess that shouldn't be surprising. Both these players actually are pretty new. And this is one of the reasons that I don't do a lot of Pro League and Winners League commentaries, because I run into a lot of players that I have absolutely no experience with whatsoever. And that is very frustrating in commentaries because I don't have anything to fill the space, as it were. And Pro League, the maps too, I'm not really familiar with any of these maps. Like Bloody Ridge, I think I've commentated one game on this. Was it the Flash versus Stork game? I think it was. I think it was that game, but yeah, I'm very unfamiliar with the maps, unfamiliar with a lot of the players. So that's typically why I stick to OSL's individual league stuff like that. So I can take my expertise from the previous season, inject it into the next season, which gives me a lot more to talk about inside of the games. And it makes a series like these pretty frustrating, but still very fun to watch. I love Winners League. It is my favorite part of Pro League. I will be very sad when it goes away in about a week and goes back to the standard Pro League format of one player versus another player, and then they can only send out a player twice if it's for the ace match, stuff like that. But I love Winners League, a chance for a player to kill 4 players on the other team, which Ssak has a chance of doing now. Going for this, he's fighting a rookie too, so I'd say that Ssak is actually in the better position, even though he's very new himself. He has more games under his belt, and he's had more televised games as well. So I think he is operating with a small advantage there. But the Cybernetics core coming up for Deer. White-tailed deer. But he has kind of walled off inside of his main. That's just going to be to keep away the vulture harassment on this map. Actually, on this map, since Stork did his evil gateways in the middle of the map build against Flash, a few other Protoss players have done it, I think. I've seen it at least one other time, where the Protoss player builds a pylon in the middle of the map. They build a lot of gateways there, and then they just pummel the front of the poor Terran player on this map. But it looks like Deer is not opting to do that. Instead, he's going to play much more defensively and get out a Dragoon to fend off the initial vulture harassment. Creepy Bunky! Oh my god, he's such a creeper. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. How is he not arrested for... God. Indecent exposure. Something like that. That's what that'll haunt your nightmares right there. Okay, the robotics facility on the way for Deer. Deer Robotics Facility. I enjoy Reavers. Sincerely, Deer. Repeat. But there is that Zealot at the front to block the SCV, so that was actually very smart of Deer to go for that. So he's going to keep away the SCV scouting, but the SCV is going to try to hang in and see if the Dragoon is on the way. Attacking the front a little bit, just trying to draw Deer's attention. But now Deer has his Dragoon out at the front, so he should be okay for the time being. So building another factory, actually, is Ssak over here. He's kind of hiding that factory, too. Moving out with a few Marines, just to put a little bit of pressure on the front, but I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. But the Dragoon on the way, and that SCV almost goes down, but it's not going to. It's not going to go down. The Marines are going to protect it. Since Deer only has one Dragoon out in the field, he's not going to be able to cause any damage to Ssak for the time being. And Ssak is looking for proxies. He's looking for proxies, suspecting that this rookie has something up his sleeve. But the robotic support bay inside of the main for Deer, so he's going to try to do some pretty standard Reaver harassment. Man, struggling to get out the words today. But alright, still another Zealot at the front just to keep away the scouting. Very smart. Keep out that scouting and force Ssak to do a scan if he wants to scout inside of that main, which is not going to happen for a while. I think the observatory, so the observers will be on the way soon. But Ssak is just waiting for that Reaver to come out so he can go pummel the main of poor Ssak. But oh, Ssak almost manages to sneak in. But Deer kept him away, and Ssak was actually trying to see if that robotics, if the cybernetics core rather was spinning, but I don't think he got that information. But he's building his academy, so he will have scans soon enough to get a scout inside of that main. But he's preparing at the front, and it looks like, yeah, Deer is ready to move out, building his nexus, and he's going to do the harassment at the same time. I'm not sure if he's going to bring his ground army into play. He might be using that for defense as he goes out to harass. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do, but... Alright, let's see if he scouted. Actually, oh, the vulture is very close to scouting that shuttle. Oh, so many troops are so close. But I don't think that he scouted it. No, I don't think he did. Nope. So the shuttle is going to go in undetected. But at the same time, Ssak is moving out with troops. So actually, Deer does need his Reaver at home to protect himself. So this could come down to somewhat of an elimination race, actually, as the players try to attack each other. The Nexus is cancelled. So, wow, that means that... I don't know if Deer is going to pull back with his Reaver. No, he's not. He's going straight for the SCVs, and Ssak is actually at one base. So if he loses these SCVs, he's going to lose his entire economy. Oh, dud Scarab, I think, though. So, yeah, Deer has really got to go in and focus. He's got to focus here, get out another Reaver. If he gets out a second Reaver, it's going to be a lot easier for him, but he's taken out most of the SCVs inside of the main, so Ssak doesn't have any economy left, but he is moving straight into Deer's base. He's going to be able to kill most of these probes. There's a shield battery there to regenerate the shield on the Reaver. I think that the next Reaver that comes out, but there's absolutely no shuttle to protect this Reaver. Oh, the Reaver goes down. This is going to be extremely difficult now for Deer to protect himself. He has one Reaver, basically, and no means of getting out another Reaver because he just lost his entire economy, too. So he's going to have to do this with Reaver and Reaver alone. He has one Zealot that he could drop on top of this and do a mine drag if he can get those troops close enough to the mines to do the drag. I just don't think that Deer has enough minerals to build another Reaver. I don't think he does. I think he was committed to... Oh, he does have another Reaver in there, I think. Or is that the same Reaver that he had in the shuttle? But either way, there is a Wraith on the way. So the only Dragoon goes down, so there's going to be nothing to attack the Wraith. So eventually, the shuttle is going to go down, too. A very smart switch from Ssak to get out that single Wraith. I don't know where he got the minerals for that, actually. He must have canceled something on his factories. But yeah, look at this. Nothing to fight this back. Yeah, the Reaver goes down, too. That's going to be it. The only Nexus. Why isn't there a GG? Ridiculous. Deer. GG. Sincerely, nuke the stars. Still no GG. Ridiculous, man. There's no Nexus. But the Observer moving in just to see, I guess, if Ssak is mining. But it doesn't matter if he's mining or not. He has a huge army. There's it. GG from Deer. That was a wacky game. I always like it when Reaver harassment games turn into that kind of chaotic play. But another nice play from Ssak going for that Wraith was pretty genius. Nice reaction. And Ssak 2 wins. He's going for the all kill. Okay, let's go for the third set now.